Y'all, a woman told me this and it changed my life. Let's get into it. She said, Sam, it's not so much about how you look. It's about how you make that man feel. We as a society get so lost in people's appearances. If I'm prettier than her, then why is he with her? He should be with me. Why did he leave me for that girl? Why is he trying to get with her? She's not as pretty as me. He should be trying to get back with me. But you are missing an important component. How did or how do you make that man feel? A lot of women don't know how to talk to their man. He doesn't feel supported. He doesn't feel understood. He doesn't feel heard. He doesn't feel desired. He doesn't feel respected. He doesn't feel appreciated. He doesn't feel like he can communicate with you honestly without you reacting poorly or weaponizing that information against him later. That's what she does. And that's why he's with her. Yeah, it's great to work on your appearance and make sure you're looking good. I love looking good. But it's just as important to work on your character as a person. Are you kind? Do you treat people well? Do you take accountability for your actions? Don't get so lost in your appearance that you forget how to treat people. Remember, your looks will get you in the door, but it won't keep you there.
One thing worth grieving about in modern society is the slow death of true partnership. You see, having a woman isn't just about having someone new call your girl. A proper partnership is an anchor, something to keep you still when the waves start crashing down, trying to take you just about anywhere. A woman, in her true form, is a helpmate, but she's more than just that. She's a thinker, a strategist, a confidant. She can help make your dreams a reality. She can perfect your strategy, clean up your process, and make you sharper. A man shouldn't hold his woman back. He should utilize her strengths, not as a girlfriend, but as a wife. Yes, a man should be a provider, but a real wife should be his biggest cheerleader. Today, we have quite the dilemma. A lot of women have given up. Too many have stopped in their tracks. They're sitting at the finish line waiting for the successful man to cross it. Many don't believe in building with a man anymore. The concept of growing together is becoming more and more obscure, and with it, real partnership and connections are slowly fizzling out. And I get it. Building takes time. Building together takes time. Sometimes your co-builder fumbles. Sometimes they will simply leave, allowing your love to turn into some ghost project. Many women have tried building with a man before and they got burned, so I can't exactly blame those who have lost hope in it. But here's the thing. When we look at the kind of men who have burned them, we know what those men are about. Men understand men, and some guys are unfortunately not ready for the whole deal that comes with partnership. But what about the men who are ready? The men who do want to build up and grow together, but their could-be woman quits before anything could even start. Now the question becomes this. How come some of these women, given their intuition and all that energy reading, keep getting burned? There's a myriad of possibilities, really. Probably because they want something greater than this. Maybe they're still operating as girlfriends, not wives. For some, maybe they have become the wife, yet the gratitude, the joy of this life together, no matter how simple, it already got swept under the rug.
Men will keep doing for other people what's appreciated. They need to be appreciated a lot. So much of what stops happening is because we expect them to do it, and so we think they don't deserve appreciation for doing something they just should do, so we don't appreciate them.
Wow. We stop saying thank you.
We stop being thank you. Honey, thank you. Thanks for doing that for me. And this is where we take so many things personally that aren't personal. Like single focus, we take personally, he's ignoring me. No, he's ignoring everything but what he's doing, and he didn't have to do that. His brain did it for him. But so there's all these things we take personally, and then there's the things we don't take personally. That what they do for us, they do for us.
Patience is a virtue, they say. It's so valued and sought after because guess what? Not everyone has it. Sure, some people can endure more than others, but most of us aren't fond of waiting. Why wait after all if you can just chase for the end result already? That right there creates a glaring issue. A lot of women aren't in it for the long haul anymore. there are many who already want to skip to the good part, already bagging the established man whose hardships are now far behind him. Of course, there's reasoning to this. Many want the assurance that they can be provided for, that during the course of the relationship there won't be worries on bills or the panic of losing a job. None of that. And it makes sense because just look at how high prices are these days. But sadly, when you lean too far into practicality, the passion gets lost. You forget to take the emotional human within you into account. See it this way. Imagine you're a little kid with dreams. Say you want to become a painter. Everything and everyone around you tells you to give that up because, quote-unquote, that won't pay your bills. To an extent, they're kind of right. It won't, at least not for a while, not until you're this big shot with galleries and high-class commissions. So you bury that dream at the back of your mind and go for something seen as more ideal and better paying. Now you get yourself into business, selling, and marketing wares that sell like hotcakes. You're on top of the world now. You're able to pay the bills and worry about things outside of money these days. And yet, it just doesn't feel whole. It's nice to be financially stable and it's nice to have made the smart life decisions, but you've only made the pragmatic moves. Your actual dreams got tossed aside. Those dreams you invested so much emotion in, despite the uncertainty. Now your dilemma is this. You've got no passion for the practical path you chose because your heart just isn't in it. Relationships work similarly, as I've come to find. Our situation influences a lot of the choices we make. When you're still at the bottom, it's pretty instinctive to do whatever you can to elevate yourself. You make connections, develop skills, mingle with the right crowd. So, of course, in talks of marriage, you're bound to consider the practicalities of it, considering that this is meant to be for life. You'd likely want to marry someone who's already doing well, someone who's already a top dog. Simply enter into their equation, and it'll be happy from there on. But it's never really that easy. There could only be so many successful men out there to go around for everyone. So now the pool is drying out, and nobody wants anybody anymore because going through the hassle of growing over the years take too long. We got used to instant gratification. Thanks to that, hardly anyone is willing to be in for the long haul anymore. And thanks to that, the essence of genuine partnership is wilting away, and no one is willing to face their other half's lowest points anymore. Now, a real woman multiplies anything a man creates. He buys a house, she makes it a home. He gives her a child, she raises that child, develops them, and passes down the culture he instills for the family. He brings in the resources, she turns that bacon into a full meal. That's a woman operating at her best. Not independent of a man, but it's interdependent for them both.
I need my man. I want him, I need him, I will fight for him. It's been 15, 17 years. It ain't been no walk in the park. This ain't been no cozy, just, yeah, we take, no. We've gone through high, lows, broke, rich, have life, death, everything. I'm running through it all. What are you talking about?
Spray.
So I will sit down and I will have my patience if my man has to take time to mature and get through certain things in life. And if he needs help to cry and get through certain emotions, me dead too. Right through. I ain't riding to die, but we're gonna ride together. Simple. And if sometimes I have to talk with chest, I'm gonna talk with chest because I can see if certain things is going on. I want to talk and make sure that you're safe as well. Because when you're not there, my whole house crumbles because you do lead, and I give you that space to lead. Whether it looks stupid on road, whether it don't fit in my friends them thing or not, it's mine. It's what I created. It's what I made. It's what I work towards. So that's what me I fight for. What don't look good to you works for me and keeps my house happy. So I don't give a shit. And I'm being dead ass serious. So I want my man and I need my man to be in my house. We roll together. We do everything together. I don't need no friend because I've got my man.
Bombs in the chat.
Okay.
I believe that the best position any human being can be in, whether man or woman, is together. Together with someone they love. Someone whom they can consider as the personified concept of home, weathering through storms as one, acknowledging and sticking through each other's problems, cherishing each other.
I told one young man, I said, he's looking for a wife. I said, let me tell you something. How you going to find a wife? When you tell a wife, when you just list your desires and say something that you want to do, the woman that's your wife will pick it up and already get ideas and present it back to you. If none of the women can hear what you say, none of them are your wives, and you need to leave them alone.
That's a good.
The woman that is supposed to be for him will hear what he wants to accomplish, pick it up, research it, come back and say, okay, here's some options.
Partnership, when you really think about it, isn't necessarily defined by its good times. Notice how whenever people in lasting relationships are asked about their journey, they tend to view hardships as the most memorable. Not in a pessimistic way, but in this prideful, we got through it together way. Let's face it, when we deal with roadblocks and crisis alone, we rarely ever want to look back. It's quite traumatizing to think of such dark times faced only by yourself after all. But when a real, loyal partner is added into the mix, the perception shifts a little. Why? Because now the burden got halved. It's no longer something for you alone to carry. Someone was there with you. Someone loved you enough to grit their teeth and sort it out with you. Was it difficult and stressful? Absolutely. But when you look at it later on, it evokes this deep feeling of appreciation. To me, that's the beauty of partnership. When together, your joy doubles and your hardships get divided into more manageable chunks. A good partner is supposed to be there to be your other half because now, you two function as one entity. Still intrinsically different people at the core, but the connection binds you in place, making everything about us and not I alone. We talk trash about relationships a lot these days. However, relationships and love, they aren't the problem, no. Real relationships are still beautiful and enriching. It's the shallow, transactional ones that you really need to watch out for. In the name of survival, we tend to focus too much on what's tangible. Looks, reputation, social standing, assets. But as I said earlier, they don't fully satisfy you now, do they? Because all of those can collapse overnight. Your face can get wrecked in an accident. A fumble can get you catastrophically cancelled. A good slanderer can make good work of the image you tried so hard to maintain. A crash in the market can leave you scrambling. I'm not saying you need to forget all these things because your success outside of love matters too, of course. But like with my painter analogy earlier, you can't just abandon what your heart needs and expect you'll be truly satisfied. If all those things come first over the love, then who will hold you if you lose everything? No one will. Sad to say, but a transactional partner won't care about how you feel. They'll move on to the next shiny thing, rinse and repeat. But a good partner won't abandon you so easily. They will hold your hand, hoist you up from the ground and say, we can try again. That's what makes partnership so powerful. Since honestly, we do so much better when someone actually believes in us. We need to start encouraging real relationships for people worthy of them again. Not for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. We need to encourage families for people who want families and are ready to build them. We need to re-educate ourselves on what real partnership means. We understand sacrifice for a job. We understand sacrifice for a business, a career, an investment. But somehow, when it comes to relationships, we forget that the same rules apply. Sacrifice, patience, delayed gratification. We get too caught up on all the superficial aspects that we forget the real essence of partnership. Marriage turns into a shallow farce, and even as the man is struggling, some fail to see what he truly needs. Someone to stay by his side and cherish him even at his lowest.
I want a wife that will know exactly what to say when I'm broken and I'm confused and I'm fucked up and I'm on the brink of destruction and I woke up to we're about to lose it all. And yet the covering of my wife and what she's saying and what she's praying over me gives me a level of reassurance that we're going to be okay when the whole world is crumbling in on me. Some of these want to get married. You don't even know what to say when I'm fucked up. So you just hear. This dress ain't gonna make me feel better. Your cleavage ain't gonna get me through this shit that I'm dealing with right now. You want it because it looks good. I can't wait to get married. Do you even know what it is?
Look, people won't always look like supermodels when they cry. You won't always get to have a mental breakdown inside a Porsche. Sometimes you'll have to scream into your pillow instead of yelling onto a bougie floor-to-ceiling window. And that's okay. The problem with some of us is that we care about the glamour, but not what it takes to shine. It's like with idols. On stage, you see pretty pop icons in their glittering outfits and banging songs. But before getting to that point, they've gone hungry as per industry instructions, trained day in, day out for just one shot at the spotlight, and they for sure wondered if what they were doing was even worth it to begin with. Such things also happen in love. On social media, you see the poofy wedding gowns, elaborate bouquets, and the candlelit chandeliers of the reception. That's what people care about after all, the glitz and the beauty. Naturally, the couple won't be posting the times they fought before, or the times life tested them hard. But here, that glamorous wedding isn't given meaning by the sparkly decor. It is meaningful because of those difficult times, as it's those moments that really prove the strength of their love. That's why they're getting married in the first place. A good relationship takes some hardship to foster. It's no magical thing that materializes out of nowhere. Except, there are people who are convinced that they're entitled to just the good parts. And let me tell you this, the more you insist on being perfect up front, the less likely you'll succeed in finding that good relationship. As with everything, all the good things take time, something that can only be achieved with delayed gratification.
So for long-term relationships, you have to practice delayed gratification. What does that mean exactly? So there was this relationship book I read, I think it was called Getting Love Right, and it had this amazing line. It said, understand in long-term relationships that your needs will be met, but they may not be met the second you want them to. And it blew my mind. So for example, let's say you want to hang out with your partner, you want to go out on a date, and it doesn't happen the next day or that day. It doesn't mean your partner doesn't care. It doesn't mean they're not meeting your needs. It doesn't mean you don't matter. It's understanding that in long term, that sometimes your needs will be met, and maybe it's next week you go on the date, or maybe you sit down, look at your schedules and you plan it and you can't make it work out for 2 weeks. That doesn't mean that either of you don't care. It just kind of shows you it doesn't mean you don't care. And that's the thing. So the second I would express a need or a want and it didn't get met, I told myself this story because of my own insecurity. I started panicking, like I'm being rejected, or he doesn't love me, or he doesn't care about me. So it was my own insecurities that caused me to react versus knowing, oh my gosh, my partner loves, cherishes, and adores me, and like my needs are absolutely going to be met, and that sometimes it just takes time. Sometimes there's a lot going on.
That being said, right now, men are holding out. They're waiting until they're successful before they start dating. And women are wondering why no one's chasing them now. But then, women are also saying, men need to get their money up. Men need to work harder. So there you have it. Men listened. Now they're not chasing. They're grinding, avoiding the clubs, staying far from the bars. They're keeping their heads down and building. They suck up the loneliness and they set aside their emotions for a prolonged period of time. Why? Because so many want men who are already at the finish line, those who already got their lives together. But like we keep saying in our other videos, that's not realistic for everyone now, is it?
Half of Gen Z men no longer actively even trying to date. They're not even trying. And so the question is, well, why is that happening for women? Women, first off, are dating older. They want more economically and emotionally viable men, and that usually means older men. In addition, when young women are lonely, they have much better social networks. They have much stronger friend networks, whereas guys become kind of lone wolves and kind of literally sequester from everyone and everything.
And when they finally get up higher, only then that they'll see the women waiting at that finish line. But that's where things get extra convoluted, because now how can the guy know that the woman vying for him wants him for him and not the secondary benefits? The assurance just isn't there. At least with someone who was already with you from the beginning, you know they love you for who you are. They stuck with you after all, even when you had nothing. But now that all the desirable and enviable factors come into play, that's where we circle back into stressing about whether the relationship would even be authentic or not. It's a situation wherein a lot of these guys are stuck between a rock and a hard place. On one hand, they can't find someone while they're still building up because no one wants all that waiting time. But once they do make it, now they aren't sure if the so-called partnership they even find ends up being genuine. And I know that's the part that hurts the most. Imagine spending so much of your time to get good, to marry good, only for the lines to blur and the playing field shift. So now you have men doubting if love even exists anymore. Now there's trust issues. Now proper, legitimate partnership is sounding more like a myth to them. All thanks to the fact that some just aren't patient enough even for an actually good and capable man. I'm not saying that you sit in the corner with a bum or to endure someone who's being stagnant. Rather, what I'm saying here is that there are men out there who give it their all. You just need to see and recognize their efforts. And once you have, that's when you'll realize they're bound to succeed later on, especially with extra compassion and support from your end. Ladies, if you want a man to take you seriously, if you don't mind building with one, then put yourself out there. Find a man that you can work with. Keep yourself together, stay focused, and move with intention. Fellas, if you're gonna find a woman, find one that's ready to build. One that doesn't mind the process, because in this economy, for the average person, it's gonna take two. Life's too expensive for division now. So let's stop complaining, stop fighting each other, and start getting serious before it's too late. We've gotten very accustomed to our individualized society. I am all for independence, but we need to remember that no man or woman is an island. We need each other. We need someone to have our back, someone to love, someone to support, and feel excited with. Don't let anyone convince you to give up just because it gets difficult every now and then. Yes, love isn't supposed to be painful, but love isn't a smooth road either. So hold your partner's hand through the bumps and the turns. Choose someone because you want to develop and become better people with them. That is love, because love is patient. It doesn't demand, nor does it stop for worldly matters. So find your person. If you already have, support them and look into what you can work within yourself. Should problems arise, talk and work through it. You don't love someone because it's easy. You love them because you embrace all of them. The good, the beautiful, the bad, and the tragic.
Why is it your job to make him feel better about himself?
Because I'm his wife and he wasn't feeling good. I love that man. I could have married a whole lot of different people. He's my love. He's my king. He's my man. Why would I not make him feel better? He made me better. I never would have been on TV without him. I love him. It was us against the problem. It's us against the fact that one of us just lost our job. It's us against the fact that it's us. We're not in opposition. We both win or we both lose. Period. End of story. It's his job to make me feel better. And it's my job to make him feel better.
We're at the edge right now. The cusp of long-term damage to society, or the start of turning things around. The choice? It's up to you. Men, find yourselves a proper woman. One who can and wants to grow with you. Women, find a man that you can hitch your wagon to. A good man, not just a cute man. And here's the thing, that man, he's probably not trying to holler at you, not sliding into your DMs, not looking for sex. He's the dude with his head down, working. He's in the gym, focused. At the seminar, learning. At the grocery store, grabbing his produce and minding his own business. That's your husband. So, if you want him, you're gonna have to go and find him. Make yourself available and allow him to approach you. He's not gonna be the flashiest one in the room, but he's gonna be the most consistent. And that's the difference between a good time and a lifetime. Current champ reminding you, don't love the end result. Love the one who made it happen. Peace.
And I'ma just do me. A new thing hold me down on 2 feet. That's 10 toes, bust 4, 5, and 6 foes. Need 2.